I think I have a little bit of pushback because it feels, or it sounds manipulative, right? It sounds like you're not actually listening to them, but you're just like trying to plant an inception seed in their brain.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Dustin. It's like that's why when he first asked about how do you first start to understand what questions to ask, you've got to put the person first. And so I see it in the other way around. It's like you can assume, right? You can assume and just go and make the decisions and take in places, do something, and fast forward that before you take the time. And so what I'm saying, even if you feel like you have a good idea of what their answers are going to be, you're taking that time, you're being patient, you're investing into that to not assume it, right? You're not assuming it, even though you feel pretty confident of what they're saying, what they're feeling, and knowing what they're going to love this. They're going to love this, or they're going to like this. They're going to really appreciate this from me. It's almost like I'm not going to assume. And so that's the way that I see this is stop assuming. Ask the questions based off of what you think they're going to say, and make that's your confirmation, right? Allowing them to come up with that, allowing them to say that. And so that's the part of, it's like you're listening to them. And most people don't listen to people. They do assume, they don't ask, and they move forward. And that's part of the problem is you got to hear people. You got to listen to people. But in order for most people to slow down, they actually got to care about that person. They actually have to care enough to want to know that.
Right. Care enough to know how they can help that person.
Does that make sense? Or
That makes sense. So if I'm hearing you right, it's kind of like, it's not that you're trying, it's not like there's an objective of I'm trying to plant an idea in their brain. It's everyone already makes assumptions all the time. And instead of making that assumption and going for that immediately, you're taking the time, you're being patient, and making sure you have the right context before having that idea about someone.